Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the 2026 Dodge Charger Scat Pack 6-pack 2-door. Now, a lot of people have had questions about this car since it made its debut at Roadkill Nights last month, but now we're learning even more and more information. A lot of people don't know that you can go into a Dodge dealership right now and actually order this car. Now, this car will be arriving very, very soon. It's going to be in 2-door form only, and this is actually going to be the first trim to launch. So we're going to get an RT model later, but you can go into, obviously you can get the whole basic Daytona Scat Pack lineup right now. You can order the 2-door and the 4-door for that. But the 4-door model for this car will be available in early 2026, but they're going to launch the 2-door version first, and it's going to be in dealers very, very soon. So with that being said, a lot of people have had questions about, hey, how much is this new model going to cost, and what options can I get on it? So if you go to Dodge.com, one thing I've been very critical of basically in the last couple of weeks is that with the new 2026 Dodge Durango GT Hemi arriving on lots, as well as this new Charger being available for order, there's a lot of questions from enthusiasts about how much it's going to cost and what options you can get, but Dodge.com doesn't tell you really anything. Now, if we look at the Durango, there's nothing updated for 2026. However, since Roadkill Nights, they have updated the 2026 Dodge Charger with this brief one-page kind of summary of all the models. So you can see that there's the Charger Scat Pack with the high-output Hurricane engine. It does tell the performance numbers, and it does give you a base entry price. You can see there's the Daytona Scat Pack and its entry-level price and performance numbers, and then the RT, they just gave some performance numbers in the entry-level price, but they haven't said nothing because this model is going to be coming later. So again, there's not a whole lot of details on the website. And if we go over to the build-in price, they still haven't updated it, nor for, just not for the Charger, but nor for the Durango as well for 2026. So if you're looking at building your dream 2026 model, you can't do it. So again, with it, all the orders being open at dealers that you can go and sit there and configure your car, I figured, hey, just like I did for the 2026 Dodge Durango GT Hemi, I'm putting all the pricing, up-to-date pricing on Mopar Insider, so you can go through and actually figure out what car you're interested in, how much it's going to cost, and you can kind of see what the options are for each model, because the Scat Pack high output 2-door is available in two different models. There's the Scat Pack standard car, and then there's the Scat Pack Plus. So the Scat Pack Plus is actually almost a $5,000 premium. And if you come to the article, you're going to have a whole breakdown of what the difference is between the two cars. Now, again, some people might want the entry level, Scat Pack and not pay the premium prices. They want the performance, but on a budget, that's fine. This will tell you what you get with that car, and if you step up to the Plus for that extra $5,000, it will actually break down what you're going to get for that as well. And then on top of it, if you come down here, you're going to notice the first pricing list. So this is the Dodge Charger Scat Pack 6-pack high output standard car. So if you go to buy one of these base cars, this is what you're going to be looking at for an option list. So again, $54,995, and again, here's $2,000 in destination charges. Now, one thing I'm very picky with is I hate when dealers, or not just dealers, but I hate when the automakers go basically say, hey, it's $54,995 without destination. Well, if you go through this whole list, you're going to notice that I put at the bottom what the base price is with destination. So realistically, this car starts out at $56,990. But you can go through and you can kind of take, a pencil and paper and figure out what, options you want and how much it's going to set you back. So, for example, you can go through here, you can see quick option package. It's going to cost you nothing because that's the standard car. But you're going to see, hey, you can get 20-inch by 11-inch wheels that are aluminum, but it's part of the wheel and tire package. So what you can do is you can come down here and see the wheel and tire package. That's $1,095. And now you're being able to see what you get on it. It does have all the color options and their cost. It does have, the tire options as well as the optional equipment. Now, what's very interesting about the optional equipment, I broke it down just like I did for the Durango one, where if you're kind of curious, what options there are on this car, like, hey, it's got a blacktop package. Well, I know the blacktop package is dark badges, but what else does it include? You can come down here and it basically breaks it down. What models or what trims that is available on both the Scat Pack and Scat Pack Plus. I said this package leans into Dodge's, darker side with gloss black exterior accents, black badging, and dark film or dark finish trim. So basically you can go through and read about what these packages are, like what the wheel and tire package is, or even the carbon and suede package, which is exclusive to the Scat Pack Plus. So you can kind of get an idea of what these packages are other than them being on the list. Another thing I did was I made it so there's a whole section about the color options. Now there are some colors that are being phased out, even though ordering is open. For example, this month they're phasing out Peel Out, which is that bright orange color that they keep advertising. Instead, we're getting new colors on top of it. So like Green Machine's new for 2026, and then later this year we're going to get Purple Haze. That's going to replace Destroyer Gray, and then we're getting a new Steel Blue color in, I think it's like January of 2026. So again, I want you guys to know, like, hey, you have certain times you have to order the car by in order to get your, if you want like the Peel Out color or Destroyer Gray. So again, all the information's on there. And then again, if you come down later in the pack or later in the article, you're going to see the other package too. This is the Scat Pack Plus. This breaks down all the options just like the original one. You can see that this package is a $4,995 upgrade. Again, there's your base prices, but this is where the package change out. So this is where you're paying for all that premium equipment. And again, it'll tell you like, hey, if I want the 20 by 11 inch aluminum wheels, I have to get part of the wheel and tire package. And then again, here's the pricing for the actual colors. And then you're going to look at the different packages down here that I broke down earlier. So you're going to see on the Scat Pack Plus that there's a couple different options. You get a full glass roof option. You also get the 18 speaker high performance Alpine sound system with a subwoofer. There's just different things that you can get on that car, and with that starting price, it's $61,985. So again, you might look at the base price and say, hey, it's only $54,995, but I want the loaded model. You're gonna be paying that extra $5,000 plus $2,000 in destination, and this is your realistic price here. So again, I'm trying to be very blunt with customers. I want them to know what they're getting into. And as a closing here, you can actually go on and kind of see, I broke it down because the biggest competitor for this car is going to be the 2026 Ford Mustang Dark Horse. Now for 2026, the Mustang actually got a price increase by I think it was $1,000. It started out at $63.80, I think, last year, and now it's at $64.80 before destination. But if you look at the destination prices have gone up, or actually are about the same as the Dodge Charger. So when you look at a base model, I'm not even talking about the premium Ford Mustang Dark Horse, but I'm talking about just the standard Ford Mustang Dark Horse. You're looking at paying $66,075 after destination with that car before you even get into options. Where if you look at the Dodge Charger Scat Pack Plus, with the base price, with destination, and that $5,000 added onto it for the additional packages for all the premium features, you're looking at $61,985. So not only do you get more horsepower, you're getting all-wheel drive, you're getting a little bit bigger car, because now you can actually use it for more. It's more of I would say it's a better daily driver by far, especially if you have kids, because my Charger Daytona two-door is great because I can fit my two teenage kids in the back that are 16 and 13 now. So again, there's a lot of things to kind of weigh in on when you're comparing it to the Ford Mustang, not just performance numbers. So it's interesting to go through that, but if you want, go over to Mopar Insiders and actually can figure out what you want for 2026 on these cars. I know a lot of people have been asking about the pricing. I get emails almost on a daily basis from, potential customers asking, when's the pricing going to be available? When's the website going to be available? Or updated. I don't know when Dodge is going to update their website. I just don't. So now you can go on Mopar Insiders. Again, Dodge confirmed these numbers to me. There's nothing wrong with these numbers. These are the most up-to-date numbers that you can get for these cars. So go over to Mopar Insiders. It's going to be the first article up today. And if you can't find it, just type in Dodge Charger's Scat Pack pricing up into the top right corner of the website, and it'll pull right up. So you'll see this picture that I shot during the Woodward Dream Cruise of the new Green Machine model, and then you'll be able to get all the pricing list. So hopefully that helps you guys out. And then again, if there's certain options, like again, you want peel out, you're going to have to go to your Dodge dealer, and they have the pricing obviously too, but you can go and order your car immediately. And hopefully they'll be arriving soon, probably within the next month or so, to dealers. So leave your comments below. Tell me what you think of the new 2026 Dodge Charger Scat Pack 6-pack pricing structure. Tell me, which model you would get and what options, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.